If you put your team first, then all the personal glory will come after. If you understand it in that perspective, each and every day you will strive to make sure that you win or you champion that day.
Cariaso to win the championship for Alaska at the stripe.
0.6 of a second, 0.6 seconds more than Alabi.
This could possibly go into a second overtime. It all depends on Cariaso, or Hughes can win it outright if he misses both.
Goes by Cariaso, it's good.
Whether it's a game today or practice or workout lang siya, win it. Let's win today. That's the goal. That's what we want to do.
Championship na ito, pag pinasok ni Cariaso. Those dramatic free throws by Jeffrey Cariaso.
1995 Rookie of the Year, number 22, Jeffrey Cariaso.
Cariaso knocks it in from afar. It's back to a double-digit advantage.
They've got to put some defense on him because he's been hurting them.
Cariaso, top of the key jumper, yes.
It was one of those dream sequences that came true. As a young child, there was always a love for basketball at home. Die-hard Warrior fans kami. Every time it was on TV, we'd watch. It started in the 4th grade. My dad was the coach. We would always discuss basketball, talk basketball. What I could always remember with my dad, he never really pressured me. He guided and supported me as much as he can. When it doesn't go your way, it's really how you handle it after, how you respond, how you get out. That was the one thing that he taught me. As an athlete, you love to compete, you love the challenge. How you step up your game is the high that I think most players enjoy and feel. There's always a lot of talk about coming over to the Philippines. It was not until after college where I came to the Philippines. The plan was to see what kind of competition is here in the Philippines. Anong klaseng players sila rito, anong style nila, to see if you can perform. There was a Filipino team that was being formed, so I went to the tryout, I got on the team, and then we came here to play. I didn't know I was gonna stay 15 years later. I saw the love for basketball, how hard the players here play. Knowing that this is a third world country, we'll use that to kind of push themselves. Pag ganun yung mga kalaban mo, it's really hard, it's really tough. Even if I was born and raised in the States, that was exactly my thinking. Trying to make a better future for myself through basketball.
Punong-puno po ang Araneta Coliseum.
This is the way a championship game should end.
Makasayang sakupan.
And I want to thank all the people supporting me everywhere around the Philippines. Thank you.
What I never forget about that team was just the willingness to push each and every game. Every challenge that comes our way, we kind of face it together and we do it the right way all the time. Definitely, without a question, it was a lot more physical. Just the way calls are made was a little bit different before until now. There's not one play where you won't get bumped, you won't get hit. Kasama talaga sa basketball yan. Those are the biggest reasons why the two eras are a little bit different. When I moved to Mobiline, and then eventually you go to Tanduay, and then Coke, I went through a drought where there's a lot of issues with the teams that I was with. It could be we were inexperienced. Part of it was we weren't as talented as the other guys. During the 6 years, I think that's where I matured.
Handoff ni Toske Cariaso. Ang jumper niya, pasok!
Jeffrey Cariaso just knows this offense so well.
That's where personally I improved as a player. I understand the meaning of being a better leader, what it took to sacrifice for one another. Now, how do we do that? Whenever we veer off and there's others holding us back and lagging behind, and that's where you got to make sure everyone's together, because again, we can't do this unless we're all together. When you talk about defense, you have to talk about your stance. So with me, I always tell kids, proper stance is stay low, okay? Your left leg is a little bit ahead of your right, because normally it's a right-handed shooter. You put your butt down, back straight, and you're defending. If you have the ball, I'm with you, I'm in front of you, I'm ready to move. Favorite food? Italian. Love pasta, seafood pasta is the best. So many, Remember the Titans, love that movie. I like alternative rock. Definitely not the Lakers, so I'm rooting for anyone else except the Lakers. So I can't go far from my Alaska teammate, Coach Johnny A. I'd have to talk about my favorite basketball player of all time, Magic Johnson. Cooking. So you have to try my...
Former player Jeffrey Cariaso is set to take over as head coach.
Dominated sports headlines.
The PBA new leadership
For the San Mig Coffee Mixers.
Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
The Alaska Aces.
I don't think I would have taken this job or this opportunity if I didn't expect, in reality, to win. We're actually level-headed enough to know that it's not that easy. If it was that easy, then everyone will be winning. The best coach I can be right now is one that'll motivate everyone. I need to make sure that you are doing your job and you're doing it to the best of your ability. DHO stands for dribble handoff, where you dribble bigs, the 3 will come off the screen by the 2, and then the 5 will dribble handoff to the 3 guy here, creating a lot of space for you to attack. I always say that a conference is a roller coaster ride. There's lots of ups and downs. I think generally just staying positive is really key. Our approach isn't just sell shoes and then make a profit. I think the #1 goal is how can Titan help out in the future of basketball here in the Philippines. We can enhance or help out the younger generation. Hopefully in the future they will become Gilas players and future PBA players, maybe NBA players. What I would tell that young athlete is courage is about not being afraid, staying disciplined when you don't feel like practicing. Even if you lose today, you still go home and come back stronger tomorrow. There'll be a lot of people, holding you down. They can't control your mindset. They can't control how you feel. To me, that's being courageous. I can't imagine that I was practicing every day for 15 years. It's really awesome how a lot of the lessons learned on the basketball court, you can apply it off the court, at another career, at another job. You apply it at home. They say basketball is life, and life is basketball. It really goes hand in hand because there's an amount of dedication that you have to put into your craft. There's a lot of sacrifice that entails that. There's a lot of discipline that you learn. What's nice is you can apply it off the court. If you're going to process it the same way, can make your problems easier to handle. During this time, do something to improve yourself. The thing that you've been kind of holding off or putting off for a while because you didn't have the time, maybe you could do it now. Be courageous and try it.